Hey homies, and welcome to 60 Seconds Reatomize. So, this is a game where basically there's a bomb falling and you have 60 seconds to basically get supplies and your family and get them into the bunker. And then you have to survive in a nuclear apocalypse, so let's just get into it. Okay, let's do the apocalypse. This is the main mode. Let's play as Ted and play on normal. Okay, I did not know this popped up when you held over it. Alright, let's do this. I also like how the difficulties are based off of real bomb names. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see here. So we got the padlock, flashlight, there's a tuba going on. Oh, the map, okay. Oh, the radio, yes, alright. Get the map. Get to me. Gas mask. I've played this game a fair bit, so I know what to get. Okay, so it's 2 soups, 2 waters. The axe. Ah! Horse, gun. Alright. 2 soups. Get this water. Ah, not getting it. Okay. Okay. I did not get the med kit, I'm just now realizing. Or first aid kit, whatever. Day 1. Okay. I did not think I got that many bottles of water and soup, but hey, we take it. Okay. And then almost all of us made it in the shelter. Almost. What we can do now is start thinking of creative ways to serve our canned soup. We vaguely remember stashing some things in the shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. Turned out being messy can really work in your favor. A deck of cards. Hooray. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Yeah, so really, I wish I got the first aid kit, but oh well. There's only so much you can get in 60 seconds. Okay, so when it comes to feeding them every 5 days seems to be a good idea. Also, I sometimes forget, so let's hope that doesn't happen. It's tough surviving in these conditions. Let's hope this will be over soon, or else we might end up dead in some wasteland ditch. It's not something we are looking forward to. I agree. Taking a sip of my drink. Alright. Being stuck in such a tiny shelter would make anyone a bit apathetic. We need to stay calm and await the rescue. Surely they're coming for us, right? There isn't much going on with Ted, no trouble, nothing new. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best out of this situation. He even seems cheerful. Ed, is that cheerful? I don't know. Okay. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now, but we do have the gas mask, so I'll say no for now. What was that? A rat? Rats are usually smaller than cats, and what's with the double tail? We can't let that thing get to our supplies. Give it an axe to its stupid rat face. Alright, we didn't break the axe. Our cans are safe, back to the hairy mutant. Guess we're still top of the food chain. Hooray! All Ted wishes for is a few drops of water. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. How about getting Timmy some drink? He's not looking well. 2 more days. You'd expect a nuclear explosion would be enough to quench any petty arguments. The future is not looking too pretty, and all you see is naked walls. Not much is necessary for an explosion to happen. We start fighting like crazy. It's 3 days. Well, you can't get along for 3 days. Stopped arguing, but for how long? Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. He needs to get a drink right now. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. He's in terrible shape. We need to get him water now. It's fine. You can handle it. How about that trip to Nevada? Nevada, whatever. We've been postponing for a while now. Maybe we should go there. That's our first stop after we get out of here. Day 5. The radio's making noise. Maybe moving away won't be too bad. You can probably make new friends, meet new people, provided anyone is still alive, that is. Ted, okay, yeah, it's the same stuff, but this time it's actually true. Get some of that. Alright, Timmy's not doing great. It would be great to talk. It would be good to talk to him and cheer him up. Yes, let's do that, and also prepare to scavenge. Okay. Even a word or two may be enough to brighten someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now, and they are no longer thirsty. Hooray! Alright, it's a good day to go outside just a bit, get some fresh toxic air, maybe scavenge a thing or two. Could sure use some extra supplies. That's if we want to survive. Alright, let's go with Timmy. I think Timmy can do it. Plus, I don't want Ted. Plus, if they don't make it, if I lose Ted and Dolores, I lose, so. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. We'll just get over. Ted is fine. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Okay. I'm wondering what happened to Uncle Brian. He should have been far from where the bombs fell, but no one knows for sure. It'd be great to find out. He always looked on the bright side of life, so maybe we should too. It's not easy to say. Didn't we have a photo of him tucked away in one of the books at home? We have the Boy Scout book. Ta-da! There's a phone call. There's Uncle Brian. Bingo! Our Scout handbook holds more than a ton of knowledge. Useful in times of apocalypse. There's some photos stuck in between the pages, along with some crosswords. We are saved. Only a few of them are solved. Ted's really thirsty. Dolores has to drink sometimes. We thought phone calls were the thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow, and it seems to be ringing right now. We should send someone to answer it. Yes. Ted, you go answer it. When we answer the phone, we can clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will be back to us. Okay, this is the start of the twin ending, which is good. It looks like he's got one foot in the grave, needs to get drunk. Dolores will not survive the water any longer. They just seem to be operating under the assumption that they have all the same rights to the shelter as we do. They're everywhere and don't seem very scared of us. It's time we change that. We don't want any more spiders in our soup. No, sir. Just, whoops. Smack them. I hate spiders. I hate them with a passion. We always knew that books are precious. They are the perfect weapon for waging total war on insectoids of any kind. Fear will keep the local spiders in line. Fear of the Scout handbook. While chasing them around the shelter, we found a misplaced water bottle. That was a good hunt. Yay! Looks like, alright. Boom and boom. We stumbled upon a weird signal when chasing changing radio frequencies. Pretty sure that behind layers of terrible static and screams, we could hear a voice speaking in a foreign language. I can't read. A foreign language. Oh dear, what if it's the Soviets? We should probably try listening. What about the children? What children? Yeah, listen to the voice, why not? Like Timmy's out in the wasteland. Mary Jane is barbecue chicken. Relieved that first one figured out it wasn't Soviets we heard. Turned out it was Canadians, which isn't that much better. What do you mean? Either way, they're foreigners and we couldn't understand what they were saying. Not a word. How disappointing. Whatever you say. A sorry excuse for dinner was interrupted by a raspy voice coming from outside saying, "Wanna buy a rock?" We calmed down when we realized the voice belonged to Old Man Jim. He used to live in our town. Well, at least we think he did. We just never quite figured out where he stayed. We probably answered his question. It's impolite to keep people waiting like that. Cross our fingers and hope no one gets sick. Yes, okay. Rocks. We love rocks. Mary Jane used to have a sizable collection of minerals and we were all really fond of it. Even the simplest radioactive rock is a good start for a new collection. Actually, I do have a rock in here. I don't like collect them or anything, but I do have a rock. The one we chose is really pretty, and Jim didn't even want anything in return. He told us it brings luck and that we should cherish it. Seems like things are really going our way today. It seems to be doing alright, even though the world has guns. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Coolio. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else has made it to safety. A radio could help with this. Yes, it could. Timmy's back. Wonderful. Okay, let's see. Okay, got more water. That's about... Okay, we did bring back the gas mask, which is good. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement. Guess what? Great news. The fallout side has mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Yay. We were afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. We used to visit our local cinema so often that we could travel there blindfolded. It wasn't that surprising when this was where our feet took us, almost without involving our brains in the process. The cinema had a strict policy of not bringing your own drinks to the movie hall. Seems like somebody broke the rules a little. We found a lot of bottles in the last row of the hall. Some were even full. Where's water when Ted needs it? Okay. So all you brought back was 2 waters. You were gone for that long and you only brought back 2 waters, whatever. I'll give you some of that since you weren't here for the other days. Okay, won't scavenge right now. Whoever designed this fallout shelter was a genius. I can't tell if that green stuff dripping from the pipe is an included feature. You should probably try doing something about it with whatever we brought down here. Let's use the Boy Scout book. It's very handy. Bum 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 bum. Hey, ha, problem solved, no leak, no mess. Back to our tidy little shelter. Timmy is very hungry, I just fed you. Okay, yeah, everyone needs food and water. One more day. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Use the radio. We knew it. The government has not fallen. They're coming to save us. They didn't give exact dates in their radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they will be in touch in a couple of days. Told us to wait further instructions. And then everyone needs to stuff. Timmy keeps falling asleep in his chair. He needs a few days to rest. Alright. I mean, there's not much you can do other than rest in a fallout shelter, but hey. We need some soup. We plan to go to Niagara Falls to see those beautiful waterfalls. We never expected to get a waterfall in their very own shelter. Right now it seems that half a dozen pipes burst. That's bad. Alright. Whoops! I'm very sorry, I did not mean to hit the mic. Okay, let's go and scav. I almost double clicks. Okay. Let's see here. So it's in between the radio and the map. I don't really care about the cards. So, do you need the radio to keep getting information from the military? I'll keep the radio just in case. Goodbye, map. On the bright side, we could get a scenario for the book to fix the map, so it's not terrible. I mean, it's bad, but still. The radio was rescued first before any of that filthy liquid got into its case. It wasn't long before most of the water disappeared. The damage it done was enough to upset us. Cleaning and fixing this mess will take us days. And what's that smell? let's send Dolores. You got this. Please bring us back a new map and some soup. Alright. I won't give you the gas mask because the thing said the fallout was gone, so please come back. Ted's hair has gotten longer. She's on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Okay, breathe calmly. 1, 2, 3. That's better. No panic. No panic. You need to open the door. It's this instant we're gonna die. Open the door. Okay. So here's the thing about this scenario. Either you keep the door closed and they go crazy, or you open it and they get sick. I don't have a med kit and them going crazy is not desirable. Let's keep the door closed. Let's risk it. Please don't go crazy. If I open it, I know they'll get sick. Wait, they didn't go crazy. Who's knocking on the door? Keep the door closed was the right thing to do. The tensions are rising in our tiny little shelter. Everyone's hungry. It's hungry and, yeah, thirsty. Everyone's hungry and thirsty. Paid a visit by a young man worried about his twin sister who went missing in a bandit camp not long ago. Acting as a spy and trying to get our hands on the plans of a new bandit fortress. He seems to trust us fully and is very friendly, but obviously concerned. He asks that we come to his aid in his hour of need, and really good things might happen to us if we manage to succeed. This is also the twins. Alright, Ted. Come on, you got this. Alright then. Well, Ted isn't injured. Timmy's arrested. The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed but really friendly. We found the girl, threw her weapon, and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. Siblings were happy to be reunited, but also very confused. Not the bandit leader is actually their father. Crazy small world we live in. But also they were really thankful and promised to contact us soon. Why do I keep hitting the mic? Like, it's like I keep accidentally hitting it trying to reach for the mouse. How did the father become a bandit cat? We opened the bunker door, get some fresh radioactive air. We discovered a small suitcase on the doorstep. No note, the neighborhood seemed empty. Should we take a look? No. Look, I feel like 90% of the time, that's just gonna make you sick. Pretty simple. If we don't know where it comes from, we cannot trust it. There's no way we're taking this gift. We left it outside. Maybe some cockroach will want it. Kind of cockroach that enjoys ties, an occasional cigar, and of course, leather suitcases. You know, maybe. Alright, it's day 20. Give him some of that. Timmy noticed his old telescope in a pile of rubble on the other side of the street. He got really excited about stargazing in. After all, the night sky is one of the very few things that still look about the same after the blast. Should we let Timmy go and stare pointlessly at the sky? I'm moving my hands all weirdly. Go nuts. Go nuts. Alright. He didn't disappear. Timmy came back claiming he saw a mustache man on the moon. What nonsense is this? It was probably just a smudge on the lens. Alright then. At no point. The cards for the map. Today we revisit it. You know what? I don't have any stuff. I'm not gonna bother reading it. Also, this has nothing to do with like anything. I just want to mention that. That's quite the apper we got. I just want to mention this because I need to mention it somewhere. I am hyped for Deltarune Chapter 5. Like, this has nothing to do with anything. I just need to mention that to someone. And I got you guys, so yeah. Despite his desperate... Like, I'm not going to record it, but, you know, I'm still hyped. Despite his desperate attempts to solve all kinds of things, useless and not, he turned down the man's offer. It's probably for the better. He did look quite untrustworthy. If I had cards, I would have given him the cards for the map, but I didn't. Traitor alert! Timmy's salvage comic books are mostly harmless science fiction pulp. However, some of them don't feature brave Astro Citizen program astronauts, but cosmonauts! The boy's eating up Soviet propaganda. What a disgrace. Should we banish Timmy to the wasteland for his traitorous ways and dispose of the blasphemous comics? Here's the thing. Usually when I do this scenario, I say no. But I'm kind of curious what happens if you say yes. We'll see. That Dolores? Yes. Wait. There's no way. The deed is done. The traitor Timothy has been dealt with. To think that the enemies tried to whisper poisonous lies into our ears through the mouth of our family. Timmy took the comic books with him. It's clear where his loyalties lie. So hold up. Let me get this straight. You sent your young son to die? Well, I mean, I guess I said yes, but still. Glad when to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Walking aimlessly. That's messed up. That's really messed up. When walking aimlessly among the ruins, it's not unusual we're drawn to places we knew and loved, even though we weren't specifically looking for it. We found ourselves in front of our favorite bowling alley. 3 soups, yes. The bar didn't have much to offer, some rotten salads, a bunch of burnt peanuts, and for some reason, a cowboy hat. We're happy to find a secret stash of soup cans under some rubble. Rubble. Different times call for desperate meshes, so we weren't surprised to see that someone placed water bottles instead of bowling pins at the end of the lane. We were sorry to ruin their setup, but we really needed that water. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. We spotted some sort of vehicle just down the street. We can get a good enough look at it in the dark. Maybe future expeditions will prove more fruitful. What? Dolores got ill. Timmy like... You really just sent your son to die? Okay, well, I'll give you that since you weren't here. Okay. Problem is simple. If we don't wash ourselves, we get sick. Seriously sick. It smells really bad down here. It doesn't seem like it'll get any better over the next couple of days. Use the gas mask since we don't have anything else. Oh, she's no longer sick. Wonderful. Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. If you can survive just a little bit longer, dirty ears shouldn't be much of a problem. Just be sure, dibs on the gas mask. Looked in something, can't get a good night's sleep. She was cured. Got 1 foot in the grave, Ted's stomach is rumbling. 1 more day, it's fine. Took another transmission from the army. Why are the cards too big? Why are the cards more useful than anything? Like, come on. Playing cards. We missed our chance to let the military know where we are. There's a good bet they will get back to us again. But when will that be? I don't know, man. Sleepy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. Just 1 can of soup, we can get the bag and all of its contents. Can't see what's inside. Gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? Soup, we've got 5. I know this is like a key to like several endings, but at the same time, I don't feel like using my soup. You can keep your cat. Grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the days of yard sales. We can manage without whatever chunk is in that mysterious bag. I agree. Continue. Yeah, I'll tap to see how long I was recording. Let's send Ted out. Chance to meet the strangest person today. He looked like a human except with triple the amount of hands necessary. Listen to his story about a group of folks just like him who are having a hard time scavenging supplies because of their appearance. Shoot first and ask questions later. He offered us a deal. We share some of our supplies with them. They will help us on our next expedition and make sure we're safe. Wonderful. Alright, we have 7.5 waters. So we'll give him that. Well, Ted, go ahead. Go and scavenge with our new friends. We were relieved when the man assured us that his condition is not contagious. We gladly took his offer, and we're actually looking forward to our next expedition. Good. Alright, Ted, Go forth. Alright, now it's just Dolores. Ted left for the surface. We'll hope he'll be back soon. Okay. The siblings kept their word and visited us again with their request. Seeing as they're slowly running out of space in their tent, our group is attempting to build a small camp for themselves. They've gathered some resources. We need someone who can help chop wood and build houses. Alright then. Come on, Dolores, you got this. I know you're tired, but you can wield an axe. It even made her less tired. We got a few splinters, but the work is done. We even had some fun. It was almost like building that treehouse in our backyard all over again. The group and their leaders appreciated our help and said that they would definitely let us know when the whole thing is finished so we can come and visit them. Hooray! We're never huge fans of mushrooms, but with the colony of them growing on the walls, we changed our loyalties. We're all about mushrooms now. Should we eat them? Nah. I don't trust mushrooms. I do not trust mushrooms. Hello? You may be hungry. There's some things we will never eat. Wall fungus is one of them. Exactly. Give you some of that. Hear that? Noise is coming from below. It's probably the right time to check out that manhole in the corner. The one that's been locked tight after we got to the shelter. Let's use an axe. Judging by the... I'm not entirely sure about this scenario. I don't trust the noises that I heard. Okay, well you're not sick or injured. We got a first aid kit. Hey! We found treasure down there. Pills, bottles, and other medical supplies were stacked on a few shelves down in a narrow room. Just enough to stock our first aid kit. Good for us. We didn't find the source of the noise. Okay. Hey, we got a first aid kit. That's enough for us. Someone paid us a visit today. It was an overly cheerful red-haired woman, accompanied by a grumpy-looking mercenary type who was probably her guard. She told us she was a traitor and eagerly showed us the item she brought along. Poison for the harmonica, bullets for the med kit. Get out of my face! Get out of my face with that. Like, who do you think you are? It's hard to turn her down because of that cheerfulness, but we did it anyway. The woman seemed a bit disappointed and tried to offer us schematics for some weird gun. We turned that down too. It's not like we have any tools around here anyway. I fed her, right? Yeah. How about we put that radio to good use? Something might be on the air even now. Maybe. Oh, sorry. I keep hitting the mic. I really need to stop doing that. I'm really sorry. You stupid. Dolores, if you weren't a fictional character, I'd slap you. Something blew up inside the radio and the wretched thing caught fire. We were able to put it out, but it doesn't work anymore. So I will slap you. Felt something was staring at us from the corner of the shelter. I think it's a rat. At least it looks like a rat. A rat on a very good diet. We decided we needed something to do something about it, or put it more bluntly, it's either him or us. Axe him, and that's the second rat. Hey Ted, did you bring back a radio? No. Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in those nasty little holes. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. A new mutated friend kept his word. He brought a few friends along, even had a bit of fun during the trip, and most importantly, everybody came back safe and sound. We waved them goodbye, hoping to see them again someday. Noise in our neighborhood could only mean trouble. We decided to follow them to their source and started tracking a group of scavengers. They weren't from around here, so we took the opportunity to liberate one of their backpacks. They had about a dozen more, so they probably won't miss one. The sound of glass hitting glass while running with a backpack could only mean one thing: water. Okay, so we got 2 cans. The outer pocket of the backpack contained a deck of cards. That's very good, because we need that for the military. It might sound paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again. You said that last time. The vehicle down the street looked like someone's work in progress. We observed it from afar. Who could the owner be? We've kept our distance for the time being, but we may want to take a closer look in the future. This could potentially be our ticket out of here. I'm just able to eat something. Yeah. Give Ted some of that. Okay. She can handle herself? Nah. I'm not gonna do it. It's not something I can take lightly. The man came out ordering a happily profitable game of guards weren't convinced. 2 soup cans. No. Nah. I'm not gambling with my soup. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that sets the kid? Again, what kids? One died in the nuke. The other you banished and left them to die. We need supplies, but we're not getting them like that. We'd sooner rob someone. We sent that man away. Good riddance. Okay. Sure, times are hard, and there isn't much need to shave anymore, but beards are still not welcome in this house. Any means of cutting a beard is acceptable. Say, the axe looks quite sharp. Maybe it could help with some beard trimming? Alright, Ted. Show us how it's done. That's Andy cut himself. Fantastic. Ouch. Turns out an axe is no good as a replacement for a razor, apparently. Okay. Hear that? Sounds like a herd of animals are stampeding above our heads across what used to be our beautiful lawn. They're not getting away with that. Might be a perfect outfitter to do after shooting it. No. We're not going hunting. It's way too risky. What if these are not your average animals, but mutant spider lines, or worse? About 31. Okay. We'll go to day 40. Today was an exciting day for Ted. All of a sudden he found car keys in his back pocket. Has he been sitting on them this whole time? For 37 days? Anyway, it got him reminiscing about his favorite automobile, and now he's worried about it being parked for too long. Something tells us it's the least of its trouble at the moment, but Ted seems really eager to go out and turn the engine over. Brother. No. That thing is probably scrap metal right now. Knocking on the door. And now he's crazy. Fantastic. You see this? You see this sock puppet right now? That sock puppet is evil. Come on, Ted, give it a rest. You can't even remember where it was parked before the blast. You know what? That's a good point. And even if we found it, what are the odds that it's still working? Forget it. Our shiny, beautiful car is probably just a bunch of molten junk in a ditch somewhere. Ted is hungry he still hasn't recovered. All Ted wishes is free. Ted has like 99 problems right now. Okay. Our friends are back. It's not a surprise that they need our assistance yet again. Siblings were thrilled to announce that the camp has been built. Only one small issue remains. A huge nest of mutated cockroaches. They tried to make them go away, but peacefully, but so far the roaches are refusing to cooperate, or an eviction notice simply won't do. It will have to be dealt with in a more violent manner. What do you mean you tried to get them to go away peacefully? Hello, yes, cockroaches, we're trying to build a camp here. Could you please go away now? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? It was an axe. Roaches proved to be reasonable. They responded to violence by moving out. They didn't even put up much of a fight. Maybe they were peaceful. Alright, apparently I just need to shut up. Who cares? The camp is now ready to live in, and we hope our friends will enjoy their new insect-free home. Apparently I just need to shut up. So what does it come down to? Exciting. I can buy in a shelter with few supplies and a growing sense of impending doom. If only there was something we could do about it, like breaking into our neighbor's shelter. We know the lock is broken. We saw her restocking the shelter before the bomb fell. Should we go check it out? She and her children probably didn't even make it there, right? No. Let's do this. Okay, no. If you start raiding other people's shelters, the twins will not help you. Okay. Oh, Ted's not crazy anymore, thankfully. We're no bandits. Sure, we need supplies, but not at the cost of others. We won't bother these people. A man who takes canned tomato soup from another is not worthy to taste that soup. Let's just hope everybody else out there is as decent as our family. I hate to break it to you, they're not. Okay, give you some of that. Then, let's see here. We decided to peek outside for just a minute to see so around the corner was standing. We were about to step out. We heard a growl in the darkness, a pair of ferocious. Ooh. So you see, I could use the first aid kit to cure Ted of his injuries. However, this is the scenario that starts getting Pancake, a dog, into our shelter. And the last one requires you to use the first aid kit for it. So either I ignore it now, use the first aid kit on Ted, and not get Pancake, or I get Pancake now, and I don't use this, and hope Ted just doesn't die. I don't know. We're not getting Pancake, I'm sorry. I still didn't use the first aid kit. If Ted dies, I'll kill him. Okay, good. Alright, so... Did I just say if Ted dies, I'll kill him? I did. Will, you are very intelligent. Good job. Alright, but in other circumstances, we might have risked battling a beast in the darkness. For some reason, we felt that was not to our liking. So we screamed and screamed with terror. The creature was probably more afraid of us than we were of it. It left in a hurry. Okay, so... let's give Ted that. Open in the name of freedom, came a shout from outside our door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom. We could hear it was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduces themselves like Pratt is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Okay. We stayed silent until the group on the other side of the door went away. They didn't show up afterwards, so we figured it was a wise thing to do. Let's just hope they don't come back in greater numbers. Okay. Hear that? No, because no one is talking. This is gonna make them crazy. I know they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna go crazy because we don't have a radio. No. Okay. There's nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard, we can hear the neighbors in their shelter. Okay, they're not crazy, but Dolores can't go outside. You know what? I'll take it. Ted's hungry. Ted still hasn't recovered his energy. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. Dolores would love to eat something. One more day. It's fine. Let's see. Fan hum, check. Strange noises on our pipes, check. Yells outside, check. Oh, Dolores hasn't spoken for a while now. That's it. It's really strange. Talking to her would be a good idea. Yeah, talk to your wife. What, do you just not talk to your wife, dude? Do you just ignore her the whole time? You can even see his ring there. That is not something I've noticed. Dolores helped resolve some of her issues and doubts. She feels better now. Yay. Oh, we are running low on soup. Sleazy? No. Get out of here. You saw that last time. I'm not giving you your bag. We're running low on soup as is. Grandparents never told us, yeah, it's the same as before. Never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. The good news is they probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is they're huge and will probably attack us when they get the chance. Smack them with the Boy Scout book. Alright, that was close. A nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out into the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches? Yikes. I disagree. I'd say that spiders are the worst, but agree to disagree. There it goes again. Noises. Weird noises all the time. Are they coming through the pipes, walls, something behind the door? I don't know. It's driving us insane. Just sit down and relax, otherwise we might get paranoid. Just play nice game cards. Someone's knocking on the door. They didn't go crazy, thankfully. Having some fun made us forget about, what was it again? Did some grumbling, yeah. 2 more days. What is this? What we initially thought was thunder turned out to be heavy knocking on the door. Someone either hates that door or is very determined to have someone answer it. Should we open the door? Okay. I'm conflicted here. Because I don't think we're quite at the point where they'll save us. But at the same time, this text in this picture tends to mean good things. Okay, this is only 4 minutes long, so if it's the end here, I'll just shove it onto the other episode, and I'll cut out my intro. Please be good things. The end. Yes! Yes! We did it. We survived. These are the twins. These blonde people. For so long, we thought the world had turned into a cruel, unforgiving, and hopeless place. But today, our views were challenged when the siblings and a few others from people from their group bid us with an invitation to come live with them in their freshly built, fully functional camp. This is our chance to have a normal life again, being between friendly and good people, taking care of each other, doing the good and the bad, and uniting together against the evils of the wasteland. This is an emotional moment for us, and a time for us to leave our dark but cozy shelter on a way to a brighter future. Farewell, our humble little home. We're starting a new life today. Yes! We did it! Okay, so since this is only like 5 minutes long, I'm gonna cut my intro and shove it into one video. But still, we did it! Yes! I wonder if it listens. Okay, that just... Alright. The military... Oh yeah, it's because our radio was broken, that's why. Yeah, I was about to say, the military contacted us like once, but yeah, that's because our... I wonder what it says here. Falter Hollywood Plumbing Action. Time us out, what's in the box, stargazing. Timmy left the shelter, okay. Oh, we got a drawing here. A new beginning. That's right. Click on it, please. Thank you. You survived. That we did. I haven't seen this where they're both here, so that's cool. 49 days, 5.5 waters consumed, 5.5 soup consumed. We didn't see raiders once. Interesting. Hey, we take this. All the expeditions were successful. We got 10 items. And yeah. Alright. Soup can be stored for 737 years. Sweet. So, that's 60 seconds. I really didn't expect to get rescued in that short amount of days, but hey, we take those. These guys also made another game called 60 Parsecs. I'm not exactly sure what a parsec is, but yeah. That one I haven't played. I just got both in like a deal at one point. I have played this one. I've not played the other one. So if you want to... What's up with my phone? So if you want to see me for that one, please tell me in the comments. But with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Fuck!